Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi. Look at everybody. Well, hello there. Get situated. Happy Monday. Have a seat. Thank you. Let's get started. Welcome to the show. Monday. That's Monday. Yeah, have a seat, everybody. Let's get started. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Monday. I mean, you guys are like the best Monday crowd ever. This is great. Sincerely. Save a lot of that love for my good friend. Give it up for Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall.
Morning.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I am a lot more tired than this crowd, though. This is great. I'm like, hi, everybody. Good morning.
Why did you have a long weekend, or?
Well, you see, in my family, we're a wrestling family, so it was Big Tens this weekend.
You're a female wrestler?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it would be great if we could go along with that.
that would be fantastic. But no, you come from wrestling stock?
My husband was a college wrestler.
Is that a term?
He's a wrestling.
I don't know. He was.
It's wrestling stock.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a college wrestler?
Yes. So they're really big into wrestling in the family. So it was a long weekend. It was a lot of wrestling.
What do you mean, do you do it as a family, or no? You just watch it?
You just watch it. It was at the U. So
okay. I love this. See, I love the get to know you period in a relationship. Like, speaking of that, there was a woman on Facebook over the weekend. She was like, you and Kendall just you don't know each other very well yet. She's been here 4 days. She's been here but I love this. Do you enjoy? Now, don't worry. They're probably not watching anyway. Tell me honestly, do you enjoy watching the wrestling, or do you do it because your family does it?
I like watching wrestling. They like it a lot more than I do because I don't understand all the technicalities. Like, I grew up in sports. I love basketball, hockey, football, baseball because I get it. Wrestling, they put themselves in these moves and they get these back points, and I'm like, what just happened? That guy just won? I don't know.
The closest I've ever been to wrestling is when I was in high school. They had mounts for the cheerleaders that you would lift up, and it was the wrestling team. No, you were, and I was in band.
That's the closest you've been to wrestling.
I know, because they would use the wrestling guys for the lifts
Heavy
for the
lifters.
cheerleaders, and one of them got like monkeypox or something. So I was the biggest kid in band, and so they came to me and they go, "Can you replace the mount?" And I go, "Yeah." So I was scared to death. I walk in this room and it's nothing but jocks, and wrestlers. And they look at me and they're, and I'm a band kid, and I'm just like, hello. I didn't drop the cheerleader, and that's all I cared about. Yeah, I didn't. I know. She was my friend, so she wouldn't have cared anyway. So, hey, before we get started, we want to send some love. We have a lot of regulars over the past 4 years that have been on our show. One of them today is Christopher Straub. He's on a little bit later. But another frequent guest is the Thirsty Whale Bakery in North Minneapolis. We have some video of their other appearances. Family-owned business. Well, listen to this, everybody. You may have heard they lost their home and one of their dogs in a fire, in a house fire on Friday. They're just the nicest family. Every time they're on, I thoroughly enjoy having them here. So I want to send some love. And they have a GoFundMe page. We don't do this there's people in need every day, and we can't, help everybody. I would like to, but these are dear friends of ours. If you would like to donate, they've raised nearly $19,000 so far, but obviously, you can't, I don't care how much money you got, you can't you can't replace the dog. But if you want to help them out, they set up a GoFundMe page to search for the Thirsty Whale, and help them if you can. And if any of the families watching, we love you, and we're thinking of you. So, absolutely. Very sad. Okay. Now, let's turn the page, let's grab the coffee, and let's do the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. I'm excited about this first one. Big changes could be coming to CBS this morning. Variety, yeah, at first this was just in a tabloid, and I went, maybe not. But now it's in Variety. Variety reports some of the changes being considered include sending Norah O'Donnell over to anchor the CBS Evening News, because that show is in the toilet ratings-wise. They would reassign John Dickerson to 60 Minutes. Now, as far as Gail King isn't going anywhere, obviously, after last week. The network is reportedly in talks to get her locked into the morning show for the foreseeable future and give her all the money she wants. She deserves it. Now, but listen to this. That's juicy enough. The juiciest part of the story comes at the very end, where they mention that guess who may be joining the CBS family, and specifically that show? Ann Curry.
Oh, talk about the dish.
Oh, seriously, seriously. So Ann Curry, as most of you know, unless you're a youngin', Ann Curry. Your phone's ringing, ma'am!
Oh, he's gone.
Who is it? Who is it? Call them back right now. Call them back, yeah. Call them back. Let's see. Who was it? It was the last call. It's fine. It's Judy. What's her name? Judy? Judy. Okay, let's call Judy.
Let this be a lesson.
Let's call Judy here. Oh, that's Katie. I called someone named Katie. There we go. Judy. We want Judy, right? Judy, okay.
Judy with the J.
I don't know how you call. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, Judy. This is Jason Matheson. She hung up on me. Obviously a Care 11 fan. Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Anyway, well, we'll call Judy a little bit later and see what she's doing. Yeah. Anyway, is the show still on? Or I just want to make sure, yeah. So anyway, I hope Ann gets this gig, because Ann Curry would be fabulous. Gail and Ann Curry, and then you get another. I mean, if leave Nora there maybe and have 3 women, that would be fantastic. A 3 women anchored morning show. That's fantastic. I would love that.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. I got distracted by that. Okay, let's get back. I love it, though. Next in the dish, Justin Bieber is getting real with his fans and is reaching out for their support. Listen to this. The singer posted on Instagram that he's been struggling a lot and feeling super disconnected and weird, he writes. He says he also bounces back, but wanted people to know and wanted people to pray for him. Now, this follows, I think it was last month, he revealed that he was really depressed, suffering from depression or depressed. I want to be careful with that terminology, during his 2017 tour, and relied on Xanax during that time. I said this, if you watch the show for a while or listen to the radio show, I used to give him a lot of grief, and he deserved it. He was misbehaving, but he has really turned himself around. And Kendall, you and I were talking in the meeting. This is what I love about this. For when I was young, teenagers and young folks, we didn't talk about mental health. You know what I mean? You didn't talk about that. I love that this young man has so many young people that look up to him, that are fans, that by doing this and being open about it, he's really taking away the stigma of having conversations about mental health for young people. And that's fantastic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Good. It takes bravery.
Well, and you brought up a good point, too, about trying to be famous in 2019 as a young person.
Oh.
No.
I would never. I just would never. I don't wish that upon anyone I know, myself. I would never want to do it. It's so much pressure.
The pressure, and now social media, every time, everything you do, everything you wear, everything your love life is under a microscope.
Right. Ugh,
No, couldn't do it. Next in the dish, the new season of American Idol is underway on another network. Last night's show was filled with auditions. I got so many tweets about this last night, including from our good buddy Jace. From contestants who could make a run at the title. Some of these. Let's look at this.
I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What is doing to me ain't a secret, 'cause watching you is all that I can do.
Okay. Okay, I guess. I don't know. That's 16-year-old Madison Vandenberg giving the judges goosebumps, they wrote. There was also a 25-year-old janitor who performed an original song. Is this him right here? And sailed into Hollywood Week. That's him? Can we, Leo, pot it up a little bit. I want to hear. Is he good?
In the Shenandoah summer.
Yeah.
Well, it was almost heaven.
When did they get a piano in the audition room?
That's what I was
Yeah.
wondering.
He's good. He's good. Original songs, you know. American Idol, if you've watched Channel 9 for years, you know, my whole career here was covering American Idol. Doing original songs is tricky and it's hard because, well, no one knows it. And if it's not a good song, you're singing bad and you're singing a bad song, which is not good. 2 strikes against you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of put me to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Did you watch American Idol? See, again,
I did when I was younger, when it was around this neck of the woods.
If you were gonna say I grew up watching American Idol, I was gonna
did.
remove you from the studio. You did?
I did grow up watching American Idol.
Oh, you're so young. I feel, every day I feel older. And now, I mean, Shane was young enough, and now you're younger. And now I'm showing my gray beard. It's like, oh, anyway, yeah, oh well.
I like it.
I think the bosses are gonna let me keep the beard. I'm just gonna say, I think, yeah. And on that note, I wanna say, we have the best bosses ever at Fox 9.
Suck up.
And if they make me shave in a couple months, they're horrible. No, I don't. We'll be right back, everybody. More right after this. Coming up, he's back. America loves Ted, but does Italy? Our fearless producer is on another adventure, and he's taking us with Ted's tips for international travel just ahead. Plus, our clocks have sprung forward, so should our wardrobe. What are the hottest trends for guys this spring? Christopher Straub will show us. And wait till you see this. A local guy builds a different work of art every single day using Legos. What did he create now? Well, you're just gonna have to wait when the Jason Show continues.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Just anything else going on?
No, I don't think so.
Not like a new girlfriend situation at all, Pete?
Oh yeah. Apparently people have a crazy fascination with our age difference, but it doesn't really bother us. But then again, I'm new to this, so if you have questions about a relationship with a big age difference, just ask Leonardo DiCaprio, Jason Statham, Michael Douglas, Richard Gere, Jeff Goldblum, Scott Disick, Dane Cook, Derek Jeter, Bruce Willis, Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee, Alec Baldwin, Sean Penn, and whoever the president of France is, Mel Gibson, Billy Joel, Mick Jagger, Sylvester Stallone, Eddie Murphy, Kelsey Grammer, Larry King. Welcome
back, our late night rewind. Pete Davidson talking about his latest high-profile relationship with actress Kate Beckinsale on this weekend Saturday Night Live. You know, there's a 20-year age gap. Ain't no one gonna be judging on this show, just saying. You know thank you, audience. You know on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish, all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up for Casey from TMZ. Hi, Casey.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we have a lot of R. Kelly news. What's the latest on this?
Oh, so much R. Kelly news. So a couple of things happened over the weekend. He actually got out of jail over the weekend. A benefactor actually helped pay his $161,000 fee that he owed to Drea, his ex-wife, which was in child support. He was not going to be able to get out of jail until that was paid. That happened. We also do know that he has been withholding this child support from her is almost like a punishment because he is claiming that she drew a line between him and the children and kind of brainwashed the children into not, really believing him or wanting to be around him or loving him anymore. Those are his claims, which ended him up by doing this, withholding this child support, put him in jail. And now, also yesterday, a third tape has surfaced. This is another tape showing R. Kelly allegedly with minors. Gloria Allred held a press conference talking about how this tape was kind of oddly found. It was an old VHS tape marked as a sports tape. This man doesn't know how he got it, but he started watching it, and that's where he saw the R. Kelly with these underage women.
Next, let's move on to happier news. A-Rod finally pulled the trigger with
Yes.
J-Lo.
Yes, so exciting. So this also happened over the weekend. In much happier news, they both posted on social media at the same time showing that A-Rod popped the question. They are engaged, and you've got to see this ring. It is huge. It is stunning. It is beautiful. A-Rod did well with the ring. He also posted a video on social media showing the room that had roses, and he had spelled out "I love you" and petals on the bed. Very, very sweet.
Aww. I love love. Finally.
But that ring. That ring.
Yeah, exactly. And that ring, too. And finally, Nicki Minaj upset a lot of folks in France over the weekend. What happened?
Yeah, so apparently she had to cancel her concert, but it was so close to the time of it starting that the fans were not happy about it. She actually was very polite when she broke the news on her social media, saying it was due to the venue didn't have enough electricity to pull off the show. She says she doesn't understand why they didn't tell her when she had done the mic check a few hours earlier. Well, fans did not take this lightheartedly, and in fact, they started chanting Cardi B at the venue. So upset fans there.
Well, I mean, no electricity. Diana Ross sang in the rain in Central Park. I mean, I think you could do a show.
You can figure it out. Take out some of your background lights or something. Just get your mic working.
Have everybody turn their cell phone on, like my audience member over here. Just turn the flashlight on.
There you go. That's a
right?
smart idea. That's
My new
really
friend
good
over here
idea.
help you. She'll turn her flashlight on for you. Casey from TMZ. Have a good week. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you.
I don't get that, because you know, in this day and age of social media, you are going to be taken apart. Why not do a show the best you can? You would get so much goodwill if you did a show like just a no frill show. People would love that. I mean, they paid, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they couldn't legally, I don't know, but do it and then still give them a refund. Why am I trying to figure out Nicki Minaj's career? I don't. Oh, and by the way, an update, you know, I have a new life goal, and my life goal is to lip sync the beginning of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass. I practiced over the weekend, and I'm almost ready to debut it to you. I'm almost ready, yeah. Whatever. Still ahead, we go to the auto show where Shane has been reporting all morning, and then he is an expert with Legos, making one creation every single day. What is he making for us today? You'll see when we come back. Back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. The auto show. Everybody go to the auto show. Is that the jingle? Yeah. Some of those jingles will stick in your head. The auto show is underway. Did you like that, Kendall? My little sing in there? Yeah. The auto show is, she's like, why am I working with this guy? The auto show is underway in Minneapolis, and Shane has been reporting from the auto show all morning, and she thinks that she found the perfect car for me. I haven't seen this. Let's look at this.
All right, Jason, spent all morning at the Twin Cities Auto Show. There's more than 600 vehicles here, and I've been shopping for you, and I think I found you the absolute perfect vehicle because, well, a lot of tender love and care went into building it. Are you ready for this? Feast your eyes on this. Wait, look close. That is a Lego truck. Okay, Scott, you're the expert here, so you can tell us what went into building this. Jason wants to know.
We were up for days putting all these pieces on. No, not really. Mm-hmm. It took 13 Lego masters. They put 360,000 Legos into building this vehicle. It's a life size. It's lit up. It's got lights. It's got wheels. The
How
whole
fast
thing
does it go?
It goes as fast as you can push it.
So that's going to be a struggle. And the good news, check out the tailgate. A lot of space there for Mr. Big, Dex. I think they'll love this. Now, all we need to know, Scott, is the price tag.
This is priceless. It'll get you as far as to your first pothole, and then I think the whole thing's going to come apart.
Well, in Minneapolis, that's going to be a problem, so you're only going to get about a block. What do you think? You in?
I'm in. That is cool.
That was good. She got you good.
I know, she did give me good. I know, because, you know, I'm from Indiana, so I grew up now back in the day, they didn't care about us in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, they didn't care about kids. They didn't care about seatbelts. They would just throw us in the back of that pickup truck, and we'd go to the drive-thru at McDonald's, and my parents would order, and then they would pull through a little bit more, and then I would order in the back. I'd be bouncing in those country roads. They didn't care about kids back then. Speaking of Indiana, now don't reveal it yet, Leo. You know, my mom, who's on the show, I'm really lucky because, well, many things about my mother, but I had, you know, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I'm a cool mom. I actually really did have a cool mom. My mom is incredibly young. My mom, she won't mind me saying it. Okay, I'm 44. My mom is only 63 years old. 60, yeah. So my mom was really young when I was a teenager. And we had the coolest car. And every time a friend would come over, especially like a dude friend, I had like 3 guy friends in my life. It's funny, yeah. They would covet my mom's car. Here's a picture. Let's put it up. This is my mom's 1978. I think that's a 78 black Trans Am with T-tops, which I had to explain to Kendall and our young producer Ted what T-tops were. Oh, look at me. There's little. Why am I sticking with my belly out? I didn't even have a belly back then. But anyway, my little bowl cut. But everybody loved that car. And it didn't have air. It was really great, but it didn't have air conditioning. And every summer we would go to Daytona Beach and we would drive from Indiana. Think about that drive. Anyway, and they would shove my little puffy self in the back and in the black leather seats, and I would bake like a little tater tot. I was like, child abuse, what are you doing? Give me some air back here. Anyway, I think it's, 1978. It was a cool car back then, Kendall.
It is still a cool car. I'm sorry I didn't know what the T thing was.
The T-top, yeah, I know. I say it like people know. It was like a hard cover. And you, audience, you guys remember those. Yeah, and you would remove, it's like a convertible, but yeah.
I dig it.
Half the audience had no, Christopher Straub's like, a T-top, what is that? Yeah, still ahead. America loves Ted, but does Italy love Ted? Producer Ted just returned from his trip to Italy, and we'll show you what he did. But next, Christopher Straub may not know what a T-top is, but he knows style. Tips for the man in your life who's trying to spruce up for spring. And later, he creates something new every day out of Legos. We'll introduce you to him when we come back. Back after this. Look who's here. He's back. Despite another round of snow this weekend, we know spring is on the way eventually. And if the guy in your life could use a little refresh on his style, we are here to help. From colors to accessories, it's really easier than you think to step up your guy's style game. Here to talk about 4 trends to look for on your guys this spring, local designer Christopher Straub.
We're ready for spring.
We are.
We're so ready for spring, and long gone are the days where it's just the tie and the socks.
No.
Now we have more.
We have more finally for guys because we used to only be able to accessorize, like cufflinks are the only thing that you know what I mean?
For decades.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have 4 things. What do we? Let's switch places.
Let's start here. Okay. Ways to adorn a jacket, and this is kind of an everyday thing, especially a workwear thing. You could use lapel pins. They could be enamel. They could be vintage pins. Check out this sword one.
That's cool.
Isn't that great?
It's very Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly. So there's still masculine kind of elements. It doesn't have to be so, you know, how we think of a brooch. It's like floral or gemmy.
Speaking of masculine, look at the stag on you. Look at that.
Oh.
That was like.
Look at the stag on you.
Let's get, where's your close-up? Oh, right there. That is very.
Yeah, so
That's very masculine. Like the Marlboro Man. Look at that.
Look at me go.
I know.
Look at me go. So I paired a gold stag with animal print. If you're not as loud as I am.
There went the
right.
Marlboro Man.
You could go with more subtle prints like navy and silver together, and those would look wonderful if you traded these out.
Pocket squares are always, and if guys, you know, if you're trying to like step out, you know this. Pocket squares are a really easy thing to do to add a little pop of color. If you're not quite sure, you know, with your shirt, that's an easy thing you can do.
Exactly. And
I wear a very basic one
the trend
right now,
is really just the little slice of color, slice of print. Yep.
Okay, what do we have next?
Okay, so contrast laces. This is kind of a weird trend, but I bought 4 pairs of shoes for spring. All 4 of them had contrast laces.
Okay, Christopher, I get emails if I wear brown shoes with gray suits, let alone if I changed If I wore different, the people would freak out if I did this.
Well, don't freak out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay,
Introduce
people.
it. Okay. So here's a great way because it's like two colors together, or you could take a black and add a pattern or a color. If you don't want to be so bold, just switch out the brown laces for burgundy laces.
You know what?
Easy.
All joking aside, I really like this. This is an easy thing to do, and it does. It makes you look a little cool. You know, you walk in, it's like, oh, look, a dude.
It updates.
Updates. Okay, let's go like that. There we go. Okay. What's this?
All right. So chambray shirts are kind of the classic. It's that lightweight denim.
Okay.
And so
I didn't know what chambray was.
All right.
So
all right.
you.
Well, here's my introduction to chambray.
Okay.
So it's sort of lightweight denim, but also can have linen contents. But I'm seeing a lot of printing on it, and so some are kind of the Hawaiian print inspiration, but it's printed directly on there, which is great because a chambray shirt is meant to be a little more casual, and so that kind of lightens up with every wash. And yeah,
Mr. Style, let me ask you.
Yes.
Because we're getting to spring and summer, can anybody pull off a Hawaiian shirt?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, it looks good. Audience, right? I mean, I'm just asking.
Find the one that's right for you. How about that? And that has to be the bold thing.
That is a very diplomatic no.
That has to be the bold statement in your outfit. You can't try to like pair this with like camouflage pants or plaid pants. Like it really has to be this, and everything else is neutral.
Okay, good. What else do we have?
All right, and finally, bold colors are in for men for spring.
Okay.
So these are all spring looks, but they kind of remind us of those fall tones.
They do, orange or whatever that color
exactly,
is.
Which is actually great because now instead of pairing this with a burgundy shirt for fall or a dark shirt, you could pair it with the lighter tones, and this is going to bring you into spring.
Can I ask you about that color?
Yes.
Because again, that color's hard. I feel like I would look like a pylon if I wore that.
Right.
I mean, so it's not.
It's very athletic. It's very athletic. And is that not you? No.
I'm trying not today, though.
Exactly,
today,
exactly. And so bold reds, bold blues, but those really primary and secondary colors are on trend, not just the lighter tones.
See, this screen, this is me. This I could absolutely, this
you
I could
love
wear.
A royal blue.
I love a royal blue.
You love a royal blue.
Royal blue is complementary to most body types. Yeah,
yes.
Just saying. Especially if you're shaped like a potato, it looks really good. Yeah. Okay, now, if you people don't know, and they should by now, Christopher is a proud alumnus of Project Runway, and the new season is getting ready to start back on Bravo.
Yes, it's back after 10 years of being gone.
But with a whole new crew. What are your thoughts? I mean, obviously, have you seen the episode?
I've seen the
Here's some
intro.
some video, everybody.
Yeah, oh, this is okay. Oh, this is from the new season.
This is from
but
the new
I've seen
season.
the first 10 minutes of the new season.
And your analysis.
I'm excited for it. I'm worried if it changes too much, I get worried. It almost has to really follow that DNA.
Because as we said, people do not like change.
They don't like it.
They do not, especially with the TV people. They don't like change. They like it to be the same.
But Christian's there, so people will tune in because they're fans of Christian Siriano, who's the new mentor.
I worry that we're going to miss Tim a lot, though.
We are.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I could, if Tim was still there, I mean, Heidi, whatever. I mean, I wish... She's fine. She has AGT. She's fine.
If you miss Tim, binge my season 6.
You have an event. You have an event. Tell people about your event.
Yes. So speaking of men's trends, I'm going to be at Hugo Boss this Thursday night, starting at 6. It's free to come, and we're going to have male models wearing stuff from Hugo Boss and talking about the new trends.
Well, look at that. Look at you, fashion man.
Look at me.
The Hugo Boss store at the Mall of America. And don't forget, you can follow Christopher on social media. Just search for
Schmistifer.
Because I can't say that. That's right. Still ahead. Producer Ted is back from his vacation in Italy, and he did some things you wouldn't think a solo traveler could do, including a dinner party. Wait till you hear about this. It's coming up next. Stay with us, everybody. Guys, this is my favorite. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here. Say it every day. We appreciate you watching and supporting our show. Well, all last week, speaking of our show, producer Ted was exploring Italy, and I love this. I love this about Ted. He explored Italy all by his lonesome self, and did so surrounded by some of his newest friends. And that means it's time for America Loves Ted, everybody. That's right. But does Italy? That is the question. Producer Ted joins us live in the control room. All kidding aside, I want to say this to you. I know our executive producer, Jeff, travels alone, but that made Jeff sound very sad, but I'm sorry. But no, I love this about you. Were you, I mean, right off the bat, were you scared? I mean, was this something you wanted to do?
Not scared, but like, you know, you get a little, there's a little anxiousness that comes with it. But you can do whatever you want. You can not do stuff, and no one gets angry at you.
Very true.
So it has its benefits.
Where did you go, Ted?
So I went to Milan for a few days, Florence for a few days, back to Milan, and then here we are.
Will you explain to the folks, because I didn't know about this. In the meeting, we were like, what's this? I think people are really going to dig this. They're called Airbnb experiences. What's that?
Yeah. This was like a mind-blowing thing when I discovered it. So you know Airbnb is where you rent a room or an apartment instead of a hotel.
Yeah.
Well, Airbnb experiences are where you can do experiences with locals. So, you know, say you want to go on a wine tour or something. There might be a local there who is offering up a wine tour that you can hook up with.
That is so... Is this, okay, we're looking at this. What's this, Ted?
So this is the experience number 1. So this is my dinner party that I went to.
This is so cool!
Yeah.
So you didn't know those people before that night?
Did not know them until I walked in. The 2 people across from me are from Memphis. The guy, the gentleman in the middle is the father of the host, and the mom is sitting next to me. And the father, so he's Italian, very Italian, and he had actually been to Minneapolis before when his company bought Rollerblade.
No way!
Yeah, so you figure out all these crazy kind of links and how we're connected.
Okay, since you didn't know any of the people, Ted, and you're very social, I mean, you're an easy guy to talk to, was it awkward because you're in a strange house, you don't have anybody that you can turn to? Was it a little weird at first?
Yeah, maybe a little, a little. And I'm walking in and I'm like, huh, a dinner party is a polo underdressing for the occasion. And I'm like, well, too late.
Too late, you're there with your polo, yeah. Okay, the second experience was a pizza crawl.
Yeah, and this, I mean, I went to Italy because I wanted to eat pizza.
Exactly.
So this was a local food blogger. She took us to 4 different places, kind of took us around the tourist traps. So really like where the locals and that, oof.
Oh, wait, that pizza right there?
Oh, so good. I went back for more. Yep.
What is that, Ted?
This is another pizza. They actually cut it with scissors, and then they sell it by weight.
That is amazing. That is so good. Okay.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, I was full afterwards.
As you
but
should
it
be.
was fantastic.
Okay, we have one more adventure. This was homemade. This was pasta making.
Pasta making, yeah. So this was in Florence, and that was what was sitting in front of us. 2 eggs and some flour.
Oh, wow.
There are my hands. It's all caked in because it is labor intensive.
Really?
We made some raviolis. I think this is me with some raviolis right there. And then at the end of it, the chef cooked it all, and we ate it.
Look at that. Okay, so, well, out of the three, Ted, what was your favorite?
I mean, the pizza crawl was great. The dinner party was just, I mean, it felt like old friends in this place that I had never been before.
Ted, let me ask you about the pizza. What was the thing that you learned about pizza in Italy compared to the pizza that we eat here in America?
Well, you would think there would be one kind of pizza, but those
so
were
many.
4 very different styles of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them look delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Ted. I love this. People are going to do this. I didn't know that. I didn't know people did that. That is so cool. Still ahead, we're meeting another cool guy with quite the passion for Legos. We'll introduce you to him and his creations when we come back. Back in a moment. I love that. Brandon's birthday up there. Happy 21st. Right. That's him right there. He's 21 years old. So that's right. Happy birthday. Too bad, the Jason Show mini bar closed on Friday. I apologize for that. Legos are a popular toy for a lot of kids. I know I loved them a lot. Who didn't grow up putting the little colorful bricks together to create something out of your own imagination? But for one Minnesota guy, Legos have literally become a part of his daily life. Look at this.
I'm Jason Klusman. I'm a stage manager at the Guthrie Theater and Lego enthusiast. I've always been interested in Legos my entire life, and the habit has just kind of exploded. Definitely running out of space and surfaces to put the Legos. The biggest piece I own, and it's actually the largest Lego set that exists, is the Millennium Falcon. It took me a good 24 hours basically to build. A lot of the display pieces are existing sets. I tend to build things and tear them apart pretty quickly so that I can use the pieces for the rest of my scenes. I could fall asleep to the sound of Legos being sifted through. Plus the stage manager in me loves to organize them. It all started initially sorting it into these craft containers. Here's a lot of specialty pieces, flowers, plants. It's actually a pretty good investment is what they say. And then the side's just white, gray, and black. Decided to challenge myself to do a 365 project. Every single day for an entire year to post something. This is the minifigure version of myself. I had them custom made. Although my minifigure existed before I grew the beard. Some days it was as mundane as doing the dishes, taking a shower, doing laundry, taking a nap with the cats. I've recreated a lot of sets that I've worked on at the Guthrie. Most recently I did Great Leap, so I did the basketball court. Noises Off, I created the set with the cow head and the multiple levels and all the doors. You know, I spend weeks staring at these sets, so I can sit there and just like envision it in Lego. Some actors and directors come up to me, be like, I can't wait to see this set in Lego. So I've, redone 80s movies. I think one of my favorite was I did Flashdance, recreated the waterfalling moment in Flashdance. It becomes a thing of, oh, I look forward to this post every day, to see what creative thing you're up to. There were days where I didn't get home until 11 o'clock at night and hadn't posted yet, so I had an hour to figure out what needed to happen and post it. And that time constraint and that challenge really pushed the boundaries of my creativity. I like the challenge of taking square blocks and having to recreate my life.
So what scene are you working on today?
I recreated you coming to visit and ask me questions. Standing in my apartment being interviewed by you.
That's little Eric! Give it up for Jason, everybody. Oh my, what a pleasure. You made little Lego photographer Eric?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that, my little Eric over there. Okay, what got this? I'm so, because I'm a Lego kid.
Yeah,
like you,
always.
I love this. What got you started to do this, to take it to the next level?
To kind of celebrate my 10th year doing Christmas Carol at the Guthrie, I was looking for a new way to engage in it. So I created the minifigure version of myself. And he was backstage checking props, helping put on the chains for the Ghost of Marley. And people really engaged in it. So I decided to challenge myself to do it every day.
And did you play these as a kid, obviously?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have over here? What is this?
So this was just one of the vignettes I did for a day. It was green screen. They were creating a trailer at work. I have the Guthrie in Lego.
Look at the Guthrie, everybody. This is fantastic. Look at that. That beautiful blue jewel on the river. Oh, and then the Oscar.
Yep. So that was the Academy Awards.
Do you? You said in the package you feel the pressure. What's the longest that you've ever worked on an individual project? Do you know?
Well, the surprise that I have today, I spent a good 6-8 hours on.
This right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is anything, I got to ask you before we get to that.
Yeah.
Is anything permanent? Like, do you ever go, that's really nice, I'm going to keep that?
The only thing I've kept around has been the Guthrie. Pretty much I build it and destroy it every day.
Now, and TV is a little, I can't believe that. TV's a little like you can't tell proportions and stuff.
Yeah.
How big is that cabinet? I was telling you during the story. How big is that organizing cabinet of yours with all the? I mean, is it like the width? Is it like the length of your hallway?
No, I have a couple rolling racks that are probably as long as this table.
That is crazy. Okay, I just want to get to the surprise. So let's switch places
Reveal
there.
it?
Yeah, I want to
ready?
see what this is. Yeah.
See you. Yeah, you gotta go look.
It's me! Oh my gosh! It's a little bitty me! And that's actually what my hair looks like. It's Lego hair. Oh.
Yeah.
You got our fake Target plant? Oh. That is so... Our IKEA lights that nobody likes. I love it. Our tchotchke wall.
Yep.
This is, Jason, this is fantastic. Yep. Our home goods base wall.
Yeah,
look at that. And even our little carpet that matches, and we call this this is the 90-inch that I sit in front of every day. That is, how long did this take you?
Took about 6 hours.
How much do we owe you?
No.
Oh my goodness. That made my month.
Yeah.
That is
There you
fantastic. You are talented, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Thank you. You can see Jason's logo creations on his Instagram. Follow him right now at Jay Klusman. It's Klusman, right?
Correct.
Jay Klusman. You're looking at some of the pictures right now. Go follow him. I think it'll become your new favorite IG. Look at that! Okay, we gotta go. I could look at this all day. Anyway, go follow him. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. That is awesome. Okay, I gotta. Welcome back. Kendall's back. How cool is that?
Amazing.
Seriously, sweet. How cool is that?
That is crazy, especially up close when you can really see every little detail.
Yeah, the little suit.
Yeah.
And my fake hair. My hair's real. I'm just saying it looks. Yeah, but it just it doesn't move ever. If you want to see a close-up of it, I just posted it on my personal Instagram. Just search for Jason Matheson, and we're going to do a little video too on the Jason Show TV Instagram account. So yeah, there it is. That Jason, you are Jason Klusman. He is a talented guy. The book again, 365 Days of Lego. That makes up for that horrible, snowy, awful February.
Yeah.
I was in a funk for a while, and that just pulled me right out. That was good. Hey, speaking of pulling someone out of the funk, tell everyone what you're doing and how they can get involved. I love this.
It's exciting. Okay, we're gonna put it on Facebook. I want to try your 9 to 5. So if you've got a job that is crazy or cool or wacky or preferably in Puerto Vallarta, just let me know and I'll come and try it. We'll pick a few people. We're gonna test run this out, but we're gonna post it on Facebook today. So
I want you to go be a dairy farmer. I want to do that
love
too.
That.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. My dream job is to be a mail sorter. So if anybody watching works for the postal office, I want to Cindy Lou Who this and be like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. So let us know on our Facebook page. Now look at this before we go. Call it the ultimate meatball. Forget spaghetti and meatballs. An Italian restaurant is now selling spaghetti in a meatball. Look at this. The meatball shop started offering this dish this month. This what you're looking at weighs 7 pounds. It features a giant meatball with pasta baked inside. Each one costs $150. It is 60 times the size of a normal meatball and feeds a dozen people. Bravo to that. See, now we should send you there to see if you can complete it in one sitting.
The thing looks disgusting.
I know. Oh, no, that looks like lunch. I'm just saying, yeah. Tomorrow, the Jason Show. Speaking of food, Stephanie Hansen is back with ways to step up your popcorn game. See how easy it is to add some extra flavor to this delicious and healthy snack. Plus, we're getting you in the mood for St. Patrick's Day with some Irish dancing. And the woman's friend who called in the front will be our special guest tomorrow. That's right. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. That was good.